Shame. Had a good thread going there, didn't we? Some dropout this end. I mean, I know why. Apologies for that, people. No idea what was going on. I'm not going to touch out now. I'll just keep it. Leave it to run. There we go. 23 back in. 27. Sorry about that, folks. Some gremlinitis. Mind you, I've never run this. The reason I can do all this kind of fancy nonsense, like putting the sleeve up and, pardon me, there's my web page, and doing the sound like this is because I'm feeding through another program, and that's a bit. I've only just got my head around it yesterday and today, so apologies for the nonsense. Because it's Ethernet, I mean, it should be speed-wise, there shouldn't be problems. But I've lost people. Oh, hello, people. Oh, hello, Bandcamp. There must be a semblance of something working. Spencer, thank you. James, Andrew, Matt S. Investing in my work, man. Thank you. In these troubled times, I really appreciate it. I do. Richard Harris, good evening. Hugh, good evening. Marco, welcome back. Jim and Alex, Robert, Mark, Richard, Jefferson, hello. But yeah, thanks Russ. I'm sorry, man. You know, it went tits up. So that's night yards, yeah. Yeah. Bit of a Lyricon vibe there. You kind of, what do you call it? It's one of Stevie Wonder's favourite sound producing items. What's next? Second to last. Vesica Pisces. Vesica Pisces is this. That's a Vesica Pisces. You didn't know you were going to get a science lesson as well. Oh, actually, it's sacred geometry. You see it in all religions and architecture and symbolism. You turn it on the side, it's a Christian symbol, you know, the old fishes and what have you, and it's just like it also represents the feminine power of the goddess and fertility. I'm sure you can see why. Vesica Pisces. If you want to find anything else out about it, Google it. I ain't a teacher. Good evening, Patrick. Welcome back, Andy. Sorry about the dropout. Should be alright now though. Welcome back, Andy and Billy. Sorry about the gremlins. Got a real nice thread going there as well. I was going to read it back, and thank you, Andy, for your purchase, brother. You are investing in my work, like, you know. Good evening, Kevin, old school mate. My first mate at school, in fact, at Pickering Primary School. Good evening, brother. Ciao, vedadith, si Santos. Good evening. Sean, hello. You meet us at the penultimate track of Stevie. I mean, it's actually, here, I'll put the sleeve up again. You know, it says that, but for all intents and purposes, it's Stevie. But you know, God knows how people are going to order it. I don't really care. Hull, Stevie Hull. People don't walk into record shops and ask for the album title, do they? Well, even if they did, they go, that stupid one with the Russian. If there was an album in a record shop, sorry, touching on the vinyl discussion. Yeah. Just trying to think what's well, the story of Vesica Pisces, this track. Yeah, now this one is like ancient. It's from forever ago. Like 2013 most probably. Really, really old song. And it was like, what am I gonna do with that? What is it anyway? What even is that song? It didn't seem to sit alongside anything that I was doing 7 or 8 years ago, whatever. And then I dug it out kind of more recently, and I was like, oh, you know, it has got some kind of qualities to it. And then I suppose, and then I mean that was a while back, and then I listened to it again last year through the filters of what I'd done with Sweet Jesus, and it was like, wow, that actually sounds like a track that Andy Rodway, thanks for your investment, brother. That actually sounds like a track off Sweet Jesus, weirdly. It was like I'd written it 7 years before I kind of got to this kind of organic epoch that I'm in. And so I got it back up again, and I got some Oscar on it, the Oscar synth. Did I? No, I don't think that is an Oscar actually. I think it's a plug-in. But I did some minimal kind of passes on it, some decorations, and chopped it right down, because it was like, wow, it was like 14-15 minutes long. It was like a really ridiculously long arrangement. Didn't make any sense. Just bored you senseless, which is why I think I just kind of left it. It seemed too intimidating to kind of sort out into something manageable. What did I get it down to? 9 minutes. Because there's only so much of it I could cut off, I suppose. Rolling rhythms. And so yeah, so it just seemed like the perfect time to bring it back out. It was like, yes, this fits perfectly in what's going on now. Thanks, Gail. Good evening. Hello, Leslie. Yeah, perfect for isolated summer barbecues, Andy. So true. Andy, good evening, brother. Duncan, hello. Si, thanks for your investment. I'm saying I'm presuming everybody who's buying it's on here. They can't be, can they? You know, because people are getting notifications because they follow me on Bandcamp. They don't necessarily follow me on Fanny Book. Good evening, Evan. Gary, welcome back. Sorry about the interruptions. But I mean, you can always rewind if you care to. Not that I put you through it. It's not the most thrilling TV, is it? Good evening, Mel. Hope you're well. Good evening, Georgina. So yeah, that's me on that kit again. I think I'd only just got my first MIDI kit. That rings a bell actually. I think I got my first MIDI kit and did this with it. But I didn't use the sounds on the kit. I just plugged them into a BFD plugin. Big band. Thanks for your investment. If you want to hear Big Band, Rainer. All right. Good Abend. Ian. Good evening, sir. So yeah, so that was the reasoning for putting this on the album. It was in sync with what I was doing now, rather than 7 years ago. Good evening, Mark. Welcome back, Russ. Yeah, shame about the dropout. It was rocking. We had like 50 up there. Oh, 42. That's still better than last time. Lee Zigban, thanks for the pint, brother. Cheers, man. So yeah, I can't. Yeah, so the idea is that I'm going to kind of rock out as much stuff as I can, because I can't get out of the house. And Deb's shop's obviously having to shut. So it's like, right, Steve, you know, you're going to have to do what you can to kind of put smoke out the chimney. Which you kind of do, but it's just a little puff, you know, every now and again. Like a puff, smoke. Excuse me while I just splash my boots. Last track, Dandelion Clocks. Just two acoustic passes. Didn't want to do anything else to this. It was like, I like finishing an album with a quiet thing. I think that comes from just being a big Cabaret Voltaire fan. They always finished an album with a quiet track. So yeah. Another one that got like big, I thought that everybody likes that. Another Instagram, another popular Instagram post. I thought, yeah, don't need to do out to it. It's fine. Leave it be. What does what mean, Michael? Splash my boots. It's just a euphemism for having a pee. I can't wash my hands. I can wash them in cider. Pip Roy's with us. Phil, right, you've literally joined with 2 minutes to go. No, I don't know why they wow, don't know why that is. Why the AIFF is. Hi, here we alright. Taman, alright, brother. Cousin Lee's back. I've only got a minute left. The Isle of Wight crew from Holistic been on my radar. Fretless AZM, yeah. Exploding Thumbs, no. Right, so because of that, because of the fuckery at the start of the stream and the dropout, I'm going round again, and I've got nothing else to do. And I've got 58 people watching this. Hi Rinky Winky. Alright Neil Emma, how's it going? David, good evening. Jamie, hello. I trish droll as well as can be expected in these fucked up times. Yeah, wistful this one. It's a wistful puppy. Hola Miguel. Alex, you've joined. No, yeah, I was going to say you joined with a minute to go, but I'm going round again. How do you pronounce the album title? Evan, it's just Stevie. in Russian, so you can. It's Stevie. We English people will call it Stevie, but it's written in Russian. For my Soviet brothers and sisters. Alex, sorry I didn't come to you for the cover, Alex. Did it myself. Let's go round again. Yeah, you're right, Lee. I'm gonna. Oh yeah, this. I just remembered. Oh, I was all over. No, I forgot his name. No, I'll have to look it up. I'll look it up. The next run. So that's the album's just finished there. 8 seconds. Hi John. Hi Ronnie. Welcome back. So virtual pub is what it is. I hope everybody's got a drink. Right. So back to the top for everybody who has only just rocked up. Chemin de fer. Railway in French. I don't need them on, to be honest. Oh. Thanks, Deb. Love you, babes. Thanks for the investment, Chris. Cheers, man. Yeah, I just remembered this was. It's got a Kraftwerk vibe, hasn't it? You know that. You know, kind of Hammond organ drum machine ticking away. And I'll raise a bottle back to you, like, thanks, man. I do know Ronnie Pickering. I live on Pickering Road, Phil. Do you expect? Can't get a refill, man. Go on. Go on, get your refill. What? Just reminded me of the story that Dave Roth told me. Woman roast it, man, is the punchline. But yeah, it's fantastic. Fantastic story. Happy New Persian Year to you as well, so man. Beautiful. Thanks. How's the sound balance? Sound / music. Thanks, Duncan. Because I might have turned it up too much, I got carried away. Looks alright though, level wise. You let me know. This one's Chemin de Fer. I should just write, I could write, couldn't I, instead of like, yeah, look, let's have a look. Chemin. It's Chemin de Fer. I'll go back to the main chat now. Okay, excellent. Yes, sir. Yeah, shout out to Squid. Have I missed anybody? Bill, good evening. All around the world, brothers and sisters. That's Chemin de Fer finishing. Evanuel Husker next, another bouncy. You know what I mean? Bouncy start. Bouncy starts the album. Laurie Welton, where you been? You've actually, Laurie, your timing's fantastic because we're just starting again. We're going. It's the second sweep. We've got Evanuel Husker, yeah. What does that come? What did I do? That's definitely the Oscar. It's over everything now, that. Pete Ives, I fucking love you, man. I love you for the extended loan, man. Yeah, anyway, it's not gush. Good evening, Pan, Richard, hello. Welcome back, Paula. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, well, it's a second run through now, people, so you can hear everything that you missed. Obviously, you can buy it and hear everything uninterrupted. If the Bandcamp link will let you through is the question, because I think currently it's just dying. Yeah, it was a bit of a kind of Mary Mungo and Midge vibe, this one, I think. Not intently. It goes... It's the back half of it's a bit more kind of talking heads, I think. It's for other people to decide, isn't it? Everybody's listening. Everybody's looking at a different picture. Everybody has a better tune than you wrote, you know. You go and get your dog and your missus sorted. That came out wrong. Later, Michael. Yeah, can't answer that. Dino. Yeah, I like the screen light on my beard, Dino. Irons out the wrinkles. Glad the sound's alright though. Thanks for the reports there, brother. Thanks, Robert. Appreciate that. Cheers. Could be time for a pipe. And maybe some time. No, well, I'm quite efficient. So yeah, Emmanuel Husker. The title, for people that missed it the first time, I got the title from mishearing Russ asked me if Manu had lost yet. And Manu lost yet? Emmanuel Husker. Emmanuel. So yeah, I'm hoping in like 9 months' time there'll be some Emmanuels born. Thanks, Paul. Evanuel, E-V-A-N-U-E-L, Evanuel, like Manuel and Evan, Evanuel or something. Yeah. So, someone else has bought it. God bless them. Lee. Thanks, man. Lee W. Thank you. So here we go. Yeah, I only did this last week, this bit. It's like the last thing I wrote for the album, that guitar part. It's still a bit like, does it fit? But I do like it. But that's the one that's a bit like kind of, I suppose, more of a David Byrne kind of pattern. Thanks, Russ. Yes, the occasional misheard muttering of a righteous street poet. Thanks. More thanks. So yeah, that's a bit more of a kind of David Byrne, Adrian Belew pattern, I think, in it. Kev Rudforth, you're lovely. Thanks. Good evening, Olivier. Yeah, hang on. The pipe's quicker than the piss. Hey Tracy, I'm back, Pad. I'm back. Pad, I've been for a pipe. put it in the shortlist. Put it in the shortlist, Dad. The pipe's quicker than the piss. Yeah, I did just say that, didn't I? Thanks for reading that back to me. Yeah, man. So here we go, back in the land of the living. Oh, man. I said to Deb I won't drink too much. I'll make that my last one. Or is that the pipe? The pipe's magic. Alright, Richard, yeah, I'm back. You can always just, you know... you can always leave. Snem, good evening. Snem, what great name. Snem, Caleb Oz. Is that your real name, Snem? Because I've seen you in my friends list and I thought, is it a... Alright, Johnny. Thanks, Drew. Sorry, man. Anders, alright. Good to see you. Good evening, Chip. Sorry, man. Did I do Rosie? I don't think I did Rosie. Well, hello anyway, Rosie. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for investing, Bruce. If you're on here, Bruce C. Yeah, I can't really play along. Not that I want to, really. Andy Gibney, mate, I've been blowing smoke up your arse all night. You've only just joined. Shame. It's coming round again though, so it'll happen. Drew, I know this is gonna... I think this is most probably gonna be the one that a lot of people gravitate towards. Oscar synth again, and that one. I did actually start it off on that one right in the corner, but anybody who's following me on Insta, sorry, that one right in the corner there, the Strat. But anybody following Insta realised I had to redo it. I had to redo the guitar because it just wasn't mellow enough. It needed to be kind of pure Grant Green, you know, it needed to be like, yeah, that. This, anyway, you can hear it. And there's the clav. I've always been a fan of the clavinet. I don't want to get too technical, but I'd love one. I mean, it's a virtual one, but the only one I ever went on was the one that ACR had, actually. Certain Ratios clavinet. I had to play with theirs. Fantastic instrument. It's like a load of tiny guitar strings that you pluck with. The keys are actually plucking. It's like 64 guitarists all plucking a separate string. Anyway, I'm gonna have to. Glyn Lockyer, really? Good evening, Glyn. What am I drinking, Andy? Tonight I'm drinking, thank you for asking. What I'm drinking tonight is Henry Weston's vintage cider that my eldest, Herbie, bought me for my birthday on the 7th of March. And this one as well, the vintage English. He got me the 4 bottles I'll be drinking tonight. A birthday gift from my boy. Symbolic. I knew it'd be charged for goodness. So thankfully I'll never have to listen to these songs again now, because it's out and finished. You listen to your work for thousands of hours, thousands and thousands of hours, and you're like, oh, I've got to listen to it again to finish it off. Well, not just once, you know, numerous times. But like, it's like that. Once it's got, fuck off. Once you've finished, you're like, get out of my head. Like Sweet Jesus, I haven't listened to a single track off that since I did it. But it's like this, when you're doing it, you're just swimming in it. You're just swimming in music. I mean, I sound like I'm complaining. I'm not, but it's just, you know, let you in on the process. For me, my process, you know, and you know, no, you're not sick of some stuff because it's come together quick and it mixed quick and it's like done. But other stuff, it takes time, and you got to listen to it back, and you do a little tweak. You listen to it back again, and it's like, oh, hang on, is that quite? Woo. No, that's the way to do it, you know. And then you're like, oh no, hang on. By the time you know, you're at mix 15. It's like, oh. And that's, you know, that's by the time you started putting mixes down. It's a long time before you even start putting mixes down. You know, you still, as all the writers on here know, it takes you forever to get it into a state that you actually want to commit it to tape or archive it, and then another set of tweaking kicks in. So, because I care more, I think, as I've got older. I used to be a bit more slapdash. You know, you want it to be like as good as it can be. Thanks, Duncan. Alright, Mickey boy. Yes. It's alright, mate. Don't worry, mate. We're only, what, 10-15 minutes into the second run, Mick. Join us for the second sweep. Another bottle. Another sale. Evan Wright, thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Paolo Kant 69. Paolo Kant 69. If you're on here, thank you. That might have caught that as I came back in. Let me just check. Is the mic back on? Yeah, there it is. Thank you for your feedback, people. Thank you. Mick Jones, I know you're still there, Mick. Hear me now! Yeah, am I on? I must be. Hi, Sarah. There you go. Sorry. As I returned, I caught the mic, the USB mic just took a little hit there. But we're all good to go. Richard Harris. Yes, sir. Adam Lewis Bevan, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Martin, thank you for joining us. It was an excellent feature in Electronic Sound, Richard. They're lovely, lovely, lovely top boys. Push, Neil Mason, always been uber supportive, which is why we're giving them the exclusive. Can't wait for summer now. Yeah, man. Right, have I read all the messages? I've timed it just right for the summer. It's only March though, isn't it? You've got to let it go to the pasture at some point. I don't even see. It's that I'm going that far back in the messages. I don't know where it what it relates to. Laurie Welton, is there any old feeler tracks that get an airing from time to time, or is it all in the past? No, Laurie, in the past. I'm doing 30 years of Feeler Brasilia at the Mostly Jazz Festival in Birmingham. All being well in the summer. Not at all, you know. I'm up for celebrating it. You know, it's a top legacy. Rich, how often do you work on a tune and take it too far and wish you'd left it as it was an hour or two earlier? Do you say, yeah, I'm super conscious of that, Rich, to be honest. You know, just kind of over-egging it, gilding the lily. I think I'm all right now. I think I think my monitoring's all right. You know, I think I've got a pretty good idea of when something's kind of in the can or whether it needs some more icing. Because I do think, you know, well, certainly the first one that springs to mind is the last track on here. It was just like it was really quick, and you'd think, oh, the other stuff took a while. And you're like, oh, shouldn't I work on it a bit longer? That was a bit too quick, you know, almost like you've cheated something. But it's like, no, it's right. Leave it as it is. So yeah, I think my monitoring's all right. Rain Bucket Way. Is that Laurie? Yeah, it could have been. That's yeah, it's a short one. That's another thing. Don't stay around if you're not welcome. The Common Wheel. Hi, Sean. All right, mate. Norman Cobbier. I knew the pun would be coming in soon enough from you, Dino. Common Wheel, yeah. So, for fear of repeating myself, this has got the inimitable talents of the keyboard wizard Dave Coor on, who did a fantastic job. Really kind of pushed it over the line with the keys parts. It was a track without. It just didn't have a kind of identity. And it all knit together after Dave did his jolly business. How's that? Yeah, the birds are. It's all the starlings above the shed here. Just did a stereo pair, about 30 foot apart. Just at the beginning. Was it end of February? It was recent, pretty recent recording. That is a 303, the Behringer. Let me see, actually. It's that little 303 clone. That one, which is on the new Feeler stuff as well. 150 quid, proper authentic 303, you know, the nearest I've ever heard, and a ridiculous price. Not that I'm here to sell it, just give you a bit of background on the tune. But that's what all the squelching is, for anybody who's kind of wondering what I'm on about. I don't want to be singing too many acid lines tonight. Nick Moss, good evening. Andy James, good evening. Trust you well. Cheers to all that's with us. Here's to us all. Here's to us all, man. Yeah, man. Thanks, Dad. Rapture and regret. Well, Ad, I remember you posting on Instagram that you loved it, brother. That's why I wanted to get it right for you, man. Nick, thanks, man. Cheers. Sefton. Alright, man. Did you... I didn't notify your... or I didn't acknowledge your joining us. Welcome this evening. Scat, man. Alright, Chris, yeah. Cheers, everybody. Them keys. Yeah, this one's the common wheel. The common wheel, not a wheel as in, you know, the first technological invention. Wheel as in W-E-A-L, which is the common good, the common wheel. I'm sure you all know, I'm a socialist. Well, you know, whatever that means now. Thanks for me, the filter props, like. It's a top box. Chris, you can get the album at the Bandcamp. Hang on, let me see if I can find the dereliction of duty here. See if I can find the link for you. Yeah, Bandcamp's a mess tonight, so I'll be posting the link up over the weekend. See if that works. See if this link works. Tommy boy, alright man, how's it going? Welcome. Welcome to the virtual pub. Chris, the link's just like 3 or 4 comments down, so try that. But like I said, Bandcamp, for anybody who's just kind of on here, Bandcamp's running at snail's pace tonight because they've waived their fees for 24 hours, which has just bottlenecked the site in terms of traffic. Yeah, the servers just can't handle it, evidently, you know, which is a shame, you know, obviously, but it's a lovely gesture. They might extend it over the weekend. I mean, if there's been technical gremlins, it seems ridiculous that you go like, well, that was it, that was the 24 hours. Sorry that nobody could use the facility. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they do drop it over into Saturday. It makes sense. That was that little guitar lick there. That got a like off Dennis. That properly made my day. That made me weak. Dennis Bavell, I should add. He's not one for communicating on social media, but when I posted that up, I posted the little minute from this where it was that solo. Yeah, man, Dennis was there. cheered me right up. Thanks, Drew. Good evening, Adrian. Good evening, John. Ali. Good evening, Lloyd. Hope you're well, man. Any festivals? I'm planning any festivals. Thanks, Doug, if you're on here for investing. Any festivals? Yeah, the mostly jazz festival in Birmingham in summer. All being well. I'm doing a 30 years of Feel of Brasilia retrospective. God, don't I rock a lot? Not, on the chair, not in a euphemistic sense. Thanks, Chris. Sample, yeah, yeah. That's right, samplage. Like I say, I just put these, for people that missed it the first time round, I put these, it was a vocal sample CD from forever ago, and I was like, I just put them in as markers in the tune for like the type of thing that I'd want for later on, but they just fit that well. I left them in. I kept them, I should say, not left them in, that sounds a bit dismissive. I kept them because they just absolutely fit with the thing, that whatever it was, they were it, a big part of it. I think Denise Johnson had done a really good job of that, actually. That vibe. Bless her. You don't like to pester people though, do you? No live gigs, DJing in the UK, not just that, mostly jazz. It's the only thing I've got in the UK lined up. Hindu Kush for the second time, the Hindu Kush. Tom Harland, the mighty Tom Harland on guitar. Yeah, nice, shimmering. Good evening, Mark. Thanks, Drew. John, did I hail your entry? I don't know if I did. It's all a bit rushed at one point there. Yeah, this is the proggiest. Proggy. Progressive. Thanks, Martin. Well, obviously, mate, everything's up, innit, at the moment. Hi, Jonathan. Good eve. So Tom, yeah, local boy Tom. Well, not anymore. He's in Norfolk. But yeah, very talented artiste. Fantastic guitarist. I'm trying to think. Obviously, people didn't hear this the first time round. I don't want to bore everybody who did. But this is from the same sessions that produced Samba School on Sweet Jesus, in terms of the night that Tom Harland, jazz prodigy, dropped in, put some lovely things together. You know, obviously in a night you don't get a chance to write and finish a tune, but from all them takes that he did for me, you can collage a body of work, you know. To be honest, you can get carried away, and I liked some of there's some little, he'll most probably not forgive me for this, but there is some little, you know, he'll be like, what'd you leave that in for? But there's a naivety to some of it that just couldn't be, as soon as you repaired it, it was like, it's lost some of its character, leave it as it is, warts and all, as they say, warts and all. Not that there's many warts on this pass at all. Good evening, Maria. Now, Tom can't take credit for that extremely good slide work, because that's me. There's Tom again. Lovely, man. Here's a run. That is a run right there. Do I find writing easier now than when I first started writing? Asks Chris. No, I don't think it's changed really, to be honest, Chris. I think it's the same. You know, I don't think easier. It's not easy, but I enjoy it more now. I enjoy it more. I enjoy writing more now than I ever have. But I don't know if you'd say it was in an artistic sense easy. I mean, in a labour sense, it's easy, obviously. But in terms of, like, you know, if you're kind of trying to do your best work, no, I think you set your own standards and you want to keep them. And that, you know, that's not straightforward. You can't just kind of shit it out, you know what I mean? Chips, Tom's great, isn't he, man? He's just fantastic guitarist. Hi, Mark. Good evening. Tom's a brilliant guitarist. Sorry, and additional drums are the righteous most well, Andrew Gibney, who came up from Birmingham to drop a top session. So yeah, it's guest heavy, this one. I actually got Andy up to play over a middle section that had, it was a bit kind of atonal and it had a lot of like kind of accents and fills in and whatever, and I was like, I needed a real drummer. Well, not a real drummer, but a different drummer to fill in there, you know, because his fills are top. But I actually just edited the entire thing and threw it, because it just seemed to kind of it was here. Right there was like another 32 bar thing that just went on forever, and I was like, am I really... It all seemed an effort. Every time I tried to go back to it and improve it, it was like, oh, you don't want to be improved. And so I just, at the end, I just thought, fuck it, you're going. And so I sliced the entire thing and fucked it off. So the main reason I got Andy up disappeared, which I felt terrible about. So I had to get him in the mix. So he's the kind of thinner EQ drums in the secondary, the additional drums. That's all Gibbers. Mighty Gibbers, who's fucked off because I can't see any comments. Welcome Robert, welcome Diane, and welcome Strid. And Pete Ives, Oscar, the mighty top boy Peter Ives, for letting me use that amazing synth for as long as I have. It was sat in my loft for about 5 years, just waiting to be repaired, because I promised to repair it. You can't see it, can you? Yeah. Finally got it repaired, and he was like, oh, you know, hold on to it. This puppy, oh no, I don't want to twist it too much because I'm worried about losing the signal again, so let's just leave it as we are. Too much fuckery. I'm afraid the latrine's calling. Again. This is the new album, Robert. This is the new album that I released at 8 PM tonight on Bandcamp, but you won't be able to buy it because it's chock-a-block with customers trying to invest in waiver-free wares. Bandcamp have waived the fees, so a lot of people are buying tonight because obviously they're trying to support artists that have fucking hell. The livelihood's just been eradicated. So it's the common weal, isn't it? The common good. Boot splasher. Just as I read that, Lee, that's exactly where I'm going. Enjoy it. Night Yards. This is Night Yards. There's a story about this one that I started telling last time, but I forgot. I'm going to come back and tell it. Exactly, Lee. Spot on, man. That's exactly it. Couldn't be more positive. So yeah, Night Yards. And I never do this, but I started this off on an app, a little kind of music app that was just grid based, really basic, you know. I can't remember what it was called, the app, but I just got a kind of beat and a bass line out of that. Thanks, Doug, appreciate your investment, sir. I got a beat and a bass line out of that little meow 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 and the little meow. And then, so I threw that into Logic, which is the recording program that I use on my Mac, and then decorated it, you know, that's with that kind of Lyricon, that kind of Tom Scott vibe, Tom Scott, Stevie Wonder, Lyricon. I don't even know what Lyricon is, but that's what the vibe was that I was going for. And then I thought, well, I'm noodling too much. Let's take the piss out myself. Fuck off, you tit. Yeah, that's what the end of that is. It's self-depreciation. Vesica Pisces. I'm going to use my little clever thing. Vesica Pisces. There it is. That's Vesica. That is Vesica Pisces. The intersection of two circles at the centres and peripheries. There you go. Vesica Pisces. That's what that is. Didn't know you was getting an Open University vibe, did you? That's what you get when you tune into the Shedio TV. There it is, the Shedio TV. Vesica Pisces. So yeah, Vesica Pisces is sacred geometry. It's where you get all your triangles and your pentagons and your hexagons. This all there. Let's get it back up again. And you know, the power of the vulva. I can't put it any other way. I've had a drink. I can't bother to couch it. That's what it is. You could call it a Venn diagram if you will, but it's much more than that. But yeah, this was the one that it's an old tune, this, but I ended up kind of using it again because it fit with all the stuff that I was doing now. Yeah, that little almond in the middle of that vent, that you'll see that in all religions and architectures. It's just, once you start seeing it, you can't unsee it. A bit like Ken Morse, rostrum camera. But that's for another day. Open University vibes. I'm right here for you, should you need to learn anything else about some sacred geomoir. And actually, let me just have a look at my old browser. Oh no, sorry. I was going to share some links. Yeah, it's a bit messy, this one. I'm most probably I'm going to have to apologise for that. But I thought, for a start, it was just a stereo pass from an old. I've decorated a stereo pass, so you can't go in there and kind of change the mistakes anyway. So you're like, oh, you've got to live with them. But again, the warts and all vibe, I ain't got a problem with that. It's only kind of commercial music that's ironed out every fucking flaw. Not commercial. Well, yeah, commercialism. The idea that perfect Firmino teeth, which is what these are, because I bought them. But my original ones were, there aren't any straight lines in nature. But FM or whatever, that idea of, that's what gives you fish lip, innit? And like, fake everything and. As much as I like finishing things off, I don't think that everything has to be absolutely immaculate. Although I did have a lot of time for the Japanese meticulous approach. But there's just a bit of punk in me there somewhere, Happy accidents, exactly, man. Serendipity. Good evening, Isabel and Matteo. And Jay, good evening. Is there a new LP? This is the new LP, sir. The physical version of this new LP, no. Sorry, Andy asked on the first time round, and no, it's just untenable, really. As much as I'd love to deliver physical to my brethren, Sweet Jesus, I did 130 of a 200 limited edition, so. Until I'm kind of commercially viable, I can't afford to press up, and that's never going to happen. If it ain't happened by now at 54, it's never going to. So, sorry. Doing a T-shirt with a new release aid. Fuck! I never had thought of that. That's a call. Yeah, I will. I'm going to do a T-shirt. Yeah, I will. Yeah, because it's. Yeah. I ain't even talked about the sleeve, have I? The reason I did the sleeve was because somebody had... Well, I did earlier. The reason somebody had put a comment underneath one of my YouTube videos, which was that CT reverse N, B reverse N, and I thought they were swearing at me like cunt or something, I was like, alright. So I put it into Google Translate, and Stevie. I was like, oh, that's lovely. I like it. I like the way it looks, and it's obviously my name or whatever. And then I remember the Russian constructivist art, and it was like, oh, they marry. And I put it in there and did it. But then once I'd done it, I thought, oh god, this is a proper it was a quandary, because I had the artwork like 18 months ago ready to go for the release after Sweet Jesus. And I thought, well, it's obviously Soviet symbolism, and it's left, isn't it? It's uber left, and it was like, well, fist in the air for Corbs or whatever. And then obviously after December, you're going like, oh man, that just looks like fucking a bad loser or something. It's like, oh fucking it. So I was like, oh, I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to use that as the sleeve, because it just looks out of time now. It looks out of time because electoral politics have failed us, and we're never going to get rid of the ruling class through the ballot box. Or it feels like that. And so, I was like, fuck it, I'm not going to use it. And then obviously the fucking tumultuous, never seen before in our lifetime shit goes down, and you're like, well, what's going to save us? Socialism. And it's as evidenced by, thank fuck the Chancellor's build our brethren out, our working brethren out today, because they needed to wear that a week ago. And so you're like, yeah man, it's fucking poignant again. That's fucking poignant art again. Just keep it. And I know I'll get slagged off for fucking, all the Russiagate shit, man. I can't, it's just nonsense. Fucking hell. There isn't a single government that's sound. They're all twats. Anyway, no, I'm not going down that fucking road. Shep, where have you been? Out on the lash? No, well, no, obviously not. But welcome. Anyway, Sergey, welcome. Martin, I thought you was already here. Mark, hello. So it's the penultimate track again. God, that passes quick, man. Passes so fast. Vesica Pisces. Do it. Laurie, what am I doing? Oh, the t-shirt. Yeah, I know. Yeah, good call. Feeler t-shirts. Yeah, could do. That's got 3 likes already. That's a popular call. Richard, Laurie and Nick all want a Feeler t-shirt. Well. Love you too. Somebody else has bought it. Hugh, thank you, brother. Hugh T. Adam, mate. Adam Regan, you beautiful fucker. Thanks, brother. You know you get Freeman's, but I do appreciate your support. Kinnaid, that'll be Jason. Thank you. Doug, thank you very much, man. Commonwealth for Dave, fair. I'm most probably in agreement with that, Dave. That is my favourite on the album at the moment. It absolutely is. Good evening, Jay. Fake Feeler. Good times. Great times. Thanks for that call, mate. Nick. Boss artwork. Yes. Well, everybody lovely. Good evening, Isabel. Sorry, I didn't see you. James, I didn't see your message. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. It's the last track already. I'm saddened. Dandelion Clocks, this one is. Dandelion Clocks. You know, it's an homage to your folk crew there. Most probably a little bit of a nod, or maybe more than a nod, to This Is the Kit, who I think are a lovely, fantastic band. With a little bit of, I don't know, old proggy Zepp in there, or mostly Zepp 3, which is always kind of hanging over me. But yeah, this was one, I was saying earlier about evaluating stuff and getting it out of the way. If it's right, this is one of them. It's like, that's done. Leave it. Sorry. Messages. So there's mistakes in there. You know, if you want to get all purist about it, you're like, ooh, you've dropped a crotchet. No, fuck off. I don't care. You know, it's like, I'd never get it that again. I'd never do it. I'd never do it as well as that is again, or not as well as if it's brilliant, but I won't capture that thing that's made it nice again, because I'm not that good anyway. And a lot of stuff in Forced, it's happy accidents, as somebody mentioned earlier. It's happy accidents, so you like, just leave it. That's what it is. It's only your kind of anal crew that are going to get wrapped off. Melancholy, bit reflective. You know, which Bagheera is full of. I make no apologies. But you know, it's not exclusively morose. Time to grind a little bit of green. Time to grind a little bit of green, I think, and prepare a pipe. That's Yorkshire tea. Yorkshire tea there. Thanks, Jay. you reckon, Pad? How full's what, Lee? Oh, pipe. Sorry. Chris, right, I had the WD-40 on this chair all day. It's made no difference whatsoever. IKEA, rubbish. Yes, I have been stockpiling. I went and got a bulk order last Friday, Lee, in anticipation of lockdown. There we go, dandelion clocks. Nice cord to finish. It was an accident, I kept it. A bit like A Hard Day's Night, you know, the first chord. Where did that come from? Where did they get that from? Yeah, man. So that's it. That was СТИВИ, as we'll have to call it, because we can't speak in Russian. If we've got any Russian friends that'd like to tell us how it's pronounced, that'd be top. And this is purely for my brother Paddy. This is just, I'm fulfilling Paddy's request, and Paddy's request only. We go again, brother. We go again. Yes, we do. We're going for the session. I've got nothing else to do until them viewers drop below, what should we say, 30. If that drops below 30, I'm going. 46. 47. Tell all your friends. 48, here we go. I'm keeping them locked, Pad. Have you got 88? I've only got 50. Am I getting a different readout to you? Chemin de fer. Chemin de fer. My dad was a lorry driver when I was a kid. International long distance lorry driver, and I used to go with him. This is what this track's about, if I'm being honest. The nostalgia. My dad was a long distance lorry driver for Brian Yeardley, and I used to have these top trips where I'd go with him just for like a week in the truck, a Volvo F10, and you're like 12 foot in the air. You know, travelling the world 12 foot in the air. It was a weird, amazing view actually. You got to see over hedges, and it's like you was on step ladders. Europe on step ladders. But yeah, I got a fondness for France with all that, and I didn't like studying it, to be honest. But chemin de fer, yeah, I thought, yeah, way of iron. I always thought that was a real kind of romantic way of describing a railway. A way of iron. You're like, yeah, it is, isn't it? But apparently it's a card game as well. Chemin de fer. Hi Nick, you alright George? Chris, I am rewinding, fuck's sake. Never mind rewind. Oh, unless that's an affirmation rather than a request. I do apologise. I'll like that. Full house in the... Fuck, I need to start loving these comments, sorry. It's like I'm like I'm one step removed. I've got nothing else to do. Alright, yeah, new tune coming. No, I'm not busy. Yeah. Good evening, Salim. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. So that was Chemin de fer, the first track on СТИВИ. Fancy calling an album your own name. Anyway, narcissism aside, this one's Evanuel Husker. Which is, you know, the more electronic side of things. Still got the same, well, it's a electric piano. Therein. I'll just let you enjoy the opening bars as I enjoy a pipe and a splash. Dialoco, thanks for investing, whoever you be. Dialoco. Martin, thank you for buying the album. Ant, thank you. Appreciate it, man. Adam, what are you sending me? Stevie, there it is. He's put it in Google Translate. There it is, man. That's exactly right. Where's my beer? Where's my cider? That's the one. I've got more comments to catch up on. I do apologise. Right. Fucking love you, Paddy Quinn. Right, I'm not talking so that everybody can just tax it. Hi Craig, you alright? Don't worry man, you're on it track 2. Well, this is the 3rd run through. Don't you worry, it's the 3rd run through. We could be here all night. Dave, good evening. Good evening George. Hope you're well. Good evening Dave. I'll shut up if you just want to listen. Ain't music ace? Tension and release. Possibly a bit of Afrobeat influence. Paranoid about this chair now. There you go. That's Harold. That's when Harold Budd came to record at Stunk Dusty, which is Feeler's old studio. Amazing Harold Budd. Good luck with bootlegging this. It's like you're all hearing it for the first time and I'm sick of it. Solid stills, Dave. I expected nothing less from a linchpin of the health service. Yeah, man. It could well be. It could well be. Is he talking to himself again? Music is ace, man. It could be a t-shirt. Yeah, you're right. Lower. I can take my still goes down. It's like the old passport booth, isn't it? So this is Back in the Land of the Living. This track. Pardon me. How long was I working on this album? Well, like I say, one of the tracks is from 2013. Not that I've been working on it for 7 years. Vesica Pisces was from 2013, but it's been about a year, I think, most probably. Generally, you know, the last one comes out and then you crack on with the next one. Last one came out in May, didn't it? But yeah, like I say, I had some things like the first track, Shamanda Fair, that I had that finished long before Sweet Jesus, but it just didn't fit on the album. But it made more sense on this one. Thanks, Sefton. Appreciate it, man. Thanks, Dave, man. Let me get into some fucking reactions. I do apologise. I am reading all your comments. I ain't got my mouse on them. Oscar again, doing the. No, I can't remember the guitar part. I'd just be sat here trying to work it out. I can't read music, and I certainly can't remember much of it. See how. So I thought, oh yeah, shall I do some live performances alongside? I'm like, nah, don't get carried away. I'd rather get stoned. John Baird, good evening. Thanks, Sean. Thanks, Robert. Cheers, man. William, good evening. Paul, sorry, I scroll back. Burgundy Blood's with us. He does. Exactly right, Pad. Spot on. Pad, is that what you was on about in our group chat? Was you on about Burgundy's album? New one? I didn't like to pry. Anyway, sorry, asides. Thanks, Mark. Cheers. Yes. Good evening, Grant. Welcome. Welcome to the third run through. Fucking 10:15, man. All the babies are away, we can swear. Hopefully. I got told off last time. I hope Delph's not listening. God bless you, Burgundy. Good evening, Jason. Nice one, Paul. Thanks for investing, man. So yeah, Back in the Land of the Living, this is called, which was, my mum used to say to me, back in the land of the living then? Back in the land of the living, when I'd get up in the afternoon, or you know, you've come round after a particularly heavy session, back in the land of the living. I don't know if that's just an old thing or whether that's just like, yeah, everybody says that. Says that in Birmingham and Liverpool. Yeah, I see. You're back in the land of the living. I'm asking that actually. Is that just all or everywhere? Well said, Craig, man. Yeah, man, don't let the fucking narrative freak you out, man. Keep away from fucking social media. It'll fucking spin you out. Nah, keep amongst your people. Your family and your friends, man. Yeah, you know, I was born in '66, so like the '70s is a big sonic palette. I've always pulled from it. But you know, hopefully with a contemporary feel. Alright, Phil. Yeah, well, who's on? It's me on bass. I think it's me on everything. Yeah, there's no guests on it. No, but I'm just thinking what's played and what's kind of programmed. That clav part's programmed. I can't play like that. I put it through like, I put the chords in. I've got a chord memoriser, and then I put it through an arpeggiator, and then. Yeah, you'd have to be over my shoulder to see what I do. I wish Dave Cole lived in Hull, to be honest. Thanks, Phil. Will do, Lisa. Ah, yeah. Alright, Pip. Hi, Darren. Thank you, Philip. Appreciate it, man. Mate, it's occupational therapy. Everybody says I'm prolific. I can't do anything else. I'm unemployable. So I have to do it. I have to make music. Don't worry, Grant. We're going through it again, man. This is run 3. We're only tune 3 in. We've got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got another 7 tunes to go, Grant. Don't you worry. Still got 44 people watching. As soon as that goes below 30, I'm off. He said, knowing that if it dropped to 2, it'd still be here. Yeah, it did get pulled, but it's postponed. It's not cancelled. It's not cancelled, Matt. It's going to happen. It is going to happen. That gig will be over my dead body. So here we go. Adam Regan's favourite song on this album, Between Rapture and Regret, which was one of the first ones to go on it. I think it's one of the first tracks to go into the long list that becomes the short list. Look, as soon as I go into like clicking on everybody's links and liking them, I go slack-jawed. Sorry, I can't go. Yeah, right. Yeah. Present, and read. Multitasking is beyond me. Yeah, man. I can do it live easier. Thanks. Yeah. Cheers, Dave. I will be too pissed soon, Grant, and we spoke of it earlier. But no, that's my last bottle. The last bottle that my boy bought me for my birthday, for my 54th birthday. A lovely vintage cider. I thought, I'm not going on the gin. It all went wrong on the gin last time. It went tits up. Yeah, I'm on point, Dave. Don't you worry. Feeling great, yeah. I don't have to do out, do I? Just like listen to my own records and talk about them. It's not hard. Thanks, Andy. Cheers, Grant. Bit of steel drums there. They're not really. They're off this. Yeah. Magic. Not the last pipe at all, Lee. We're 20 past 10, the last pipe. No. Good God. I'm grinding already. So yeah. No, the only reason I ain't got any, real drums, proper drums, it's just acoustically, you can't. It's a wooden shed, so they're just a bit too kind of, and they're cumbersome as well. I can't have that and a real kit, and that's a lot more useful. So it needs must. Just being pragmatic. Leon, good evening. Keith, hello. Thanks, Andy. Mate, how's it? Sefton, man. You charmer. I'm going to shut up a bit so, you can hear it. There's grinding to be done anyway. Enjoy the starlings, he said, interrupting once again. Right, Patrick. Good evening, Chris. Sorry about the warped record, Patrick. 40 people still watching. Amazing. Thanks, Dave. I'm getting a bit remiss of me to not mention Dave Kerr on keys again. The amazing Dave Kerr. Just put a session down there. For people that are coming for the third run people, yeah, I had this together and then I sent it off to Dave Kerr, that's a keyboard player I met through supporting Nightmares on Wax through Paddy Quinn, my brother Paddy Quinn, he was playing keys for Hector Plym, and I sent him the track and he put these keys down. It's just like the finisher. That brass, I'll let you in on a secret. I wish I could have afforded a top brass section, I really do, but I can't. So that I had to do. And it was actually after Dennis came up and did a session with us, and he said that like they got fucked over by a brass section, and they ended up doing some gigs with just like DX7 brass, and I was like, yeah, fucking hell, it'll do sometimes, man. It'll do. So I had to do on this one. Chair's not comfy. I need to go back to comfort and squeak. I'll stop moving around. Let's get comfy. Fuck it, man. Get my feet up. So that was the common wheel. Hi Ron. Bonsoir. Andy. I've been to the pub, well, just this, the Shedio pub. Welcome, brother. See you later, Andy. See you later, Gibbo. Goes to move the window, turns the volume up way too fucking high. Whoa, have I gone mad there? I need to get the balance right again. Fucking hell. Andy, mate, Ale Trail, summer, let's get on it. What's going on here with this fucking better. All wrong. Let's go this way. Leather tit. So this one's called A Mama Thrept Returns. A Mama Thrept is a spoiled child. Archaic usage. I don't think I'd ever heard it. I don't know where it came up actually. Mama Thrept. Fucking Mama Thrept! No, I don't remember anybody saying that about some spoilt kid. Music that I was into in my teens. My teens music. Late teens was, you know, magazine, Comsat Angels, Cabaret Voltaire. Early teens, called ABBA. Alright, Neil. while it's going. Good evening, Richard. Oh, that's not flattering, is it? Look at me, made like a beached whale. Get fucking something approaching civilized. Shout out to everybody still locked in. Music a little bit louder is good. Right, okay, Nick, I'm going to have a go at that. I am going to have a go at that now. Let's see if I can get it into something a little bit more interesting. Now, is that better sonically? Or is it just burning at your end, everybody? Somebody's just bought it. Joshua Gabriel. Fuck you. Is that Ian Anderson? Fuck you. PHO-KU. Anyway, thank you for investing. Appreciate it. In the latest suite. Loads, Nick, thank you. Mate, I'm on it. Better. Everybody's going yes. You don't know what you can get away with like bandwidth and the like, do you? Better. Samples. Sounds better, Grant, thank you. Do you know, I've played it safe there, haven't I? I've played it safe with levels. Good evening, Thomas. Tits. Felix, what do you Felix, what does tits mean? I like it though. What does tits? Yes. The tits, maybe. I don't know. Or just you're a load of tits. Don't know. I've got more headroom. Have I exacerbated the headroom? Rail. I don't know how you pronounce your Christian name, but it's good to see you joining us, mate. And Thomas. Hello. Rail. I know we've communicated a lot online, but I don't know how you pronounce your Christian name, and I apologise for that. So this one's the Hindu Kush, featuring Andrew Gibney on drums and the inimitable Tom Harland on lead guitar, who was just a wunderkind, really, and a diamond. And it came out of the Samba School sessions. And Sweet Jesus, I should say, the track that ended on Sweet Jesus was Samba School, but it was the same night that we did that and we did this. Or rather, Tom laid them parts down and I went to work chopping and dicing and rearranging and the like. But yeah, so she's generally Tom, really. Bit of me on drums. And then bit of me sliding. There we go, slide away. And then Tom back on the lead and that kind of shimmering rhythm thing. And the bass, really. But you know, it's like, you know, you kind of take 5-10 minutes of things and there's a lot of ideas go down and some things just get jettisoned straight away, and then some other things, you know, long after Tom had fled, you know, I get into kind of slicing up and working out things and how they kind of fit together. So you put a lot of stuff down and then you reject, you know, 80% of it, I suppose. We could all be on deck chairs on Mars listening to this, Chris. Cheers, Steph. So yeah, and so then the other guest on this track's Andy Gibney, who came and did a drum part. Well, well, did two. I've got another session I'm going to work on that's just Andy on his drums, on his talk. But he laid down on this, and the main part I got him down for just got edited out, so... But he's in it. He makes a ghost appearance. He makes a shadowy guest appearance. Andy, right, I'm ready for you to come. I mean, if you'll play, a lot of purists, mate, a lot of drummers won't play electric drums. I would be more than happy to welcome you into the schedule and to do a session on them. If you want to do it, mate, fucking hell, tomorrow. Well, obviously, you know, social distancing, but Andy, we will commune before the year's end, and you will hit those behind me in a fashion that's befitting the Shedio. Thanks, Rail. Thanks, Lee, man. Fucking hell, I can't text shit like that. It's a bit too full on. Darren Emerson, where have you been all my life? Love you, Daz. Alright, Richard, you're welcome, man. Fucking hell. That's what we're about, isn't it, man? We are others. So Grant's telling me that they're having a morning meeting with me on the Bluetooth speaker. Well, that's a fucking honour. Sorry, I won't swear and kill the meeting. Second way was right, says Rail. Rail. I can't remember what the second way was. Rail, sorry. Rail, Rail. Fuck. Bing pies, Andy. Fucking hell, Bingham. That's like proper, like teleport them to Fish City. Mate, we will break bread. You know it, we will. That's what we're about, man. Thanks. You know, I'll get back into cooking and fucking... Hello, that's about. Grassington, you are having a beer with me, brother. I don't do that into a love. I don't want that shit to be like Grassington. I want it to be a love, brother. I want it to be a fucking... I've had 4 ciders, Daz. I've had 4 ciders that my boy bought me for my birthday. That I've been saving for a special occasion just as this. There we go. I need to love that comment. Nice one, Noel. Cheers, man. Yeah, I'm beyond caring, Daz. I really am, man. Track Iceland's there. Craig asked me about the track. Prince Jammer. Yeah, man. Fucking hell. Yeah, exactly, man. Slang Tang. Pure Slang Tang, Craig. That's what it was, man. El Casio. That's exactly what it was. Sorry, I'm going off topic. Nice. Mate, I've got so many of my fucking top righteous brethren and sisters on this feed. Lovely. So yeah, this is the Hindu Kush. The Hindu Kush, which is, as everybody knows, a mountain range in Afghanistan. And an excellent bud. Take your pick. Check that, man. That's Tom Harland, Andy Gibney and me in unity. Fucking salutations back to a lockdown Tenerife, brother. Fucking right, man. Salutations. Interesting. Good evening, Salma. Welcome to the 3rd run through of the latest installation. That was the Hindu Kush just finishing. This is Night Yards Track. Oh, 8. Track 8 of 10. Night Yards, for people that didn't join us earlier, is what they did in around about the turn of the century when resources were scarce, fertiliser especially. They used human waste as fertiliser, and they call that night soil, and they gathered that night soil in night yards. Jack Hargreaves in his shed, you're right. "35 viewers. Third time's the charm, man. That'll do us. I want night soil your area. Night soil in the area, Mr. Emerson. So yeah, it started off on a shitty little app. I don't think I've got it on my phone anymore. Like this, like I was on a plane going, fucking hell, I'm losing my mind. Very Western, I know. Out perspective. Fucking sobering is that. But yeah, so I'm on an app. And I'm like, oh yeah, that'll do. So I got the basic drums and the beat and that little kind of off-kilter beat bass thing. Came out of the app. And then brought it in here, dropped it into Logic and decorated it. With some guitar and some Oscar. Hi Julie. My Zumba's late, Nick. Good to see you though, man. Are you still in Mexico, you are? Good evening, Sebas. Listen, hello. You missed it all. It's over. We've got to, well, no, it's not all over. I'm just being resumed. That's 2. We've got another 15 minutes. Got another 15 minutes before it's all over. But it's been lovely. It's been really nice connecting with everyone. Paddy Quinn's foot on. That's a fact. There's some pure commenting going on there from the Padman. Even a rewind would know. It's left me. Lurching. There we go, yeah, there's the indulgent ending. So that was Night Yards. This one's Vesica Pisces. Rolling Rhythm. 12/8. I never know. I've got no theory at all. Never learned anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 4, 12/8. I don't know. Not like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What the fuck it was? Pad. You don't know what it means. That's Bo. I'm here, man. I'll be here every Friday talking shit. Getting pissed and stoned. And fucking trying to sell me records. I know. Yeah, we fucking hell. Oh god. Anyway. So yeah, this is an old song, like 2013, I think, maybe even earlier. I didn't check. But when mothballed it hard, and then it was resurrected. You know, Lazarus. Like. Bit noodly. But it has got a shape. There is a shape to it. You have to listen to it a lot for it to kind of make sense. Which you can't expect people to do, can you? In these, short. We have a short attention span, don't we? So, got a lot of time to listen to it now. But that thing of letting things seep in rather than just going, I want it straight away. Nah, man, fucking hell, you have to work for some shit, don't you? So this was yeah, I think I was still working stuff out when I did this, really. Like I said, the first time I got that MIDI kit and started trying to play instead of just fucking hitting my fingers onto keyboards. In terms of drums. There's a bit of what's it kind of what's his name? Can't remember. Too leathered. Got lost in the moment there, nice. John Hassell, yeah, I'm Compass. A John Hassell vibe. There's a couple of John Hassell albums that I played them to death. That one they did with like an African vibe to it. Early 80s. All that gear. You're like, ooh, yes. Bill Laswell as well, Material, all that gear. Fucking hell, nice. It's all that in there, I'm kind of trying to deconstruct it as I'm listening. To make something, interesting. Thanks, Julianne. Bless you. Let's read some messages. Thanks, Lee. Oh man, I get off on a rant and I just stop reading. I can't multitask, evidently. Vesica Pisces. Did I tell everybody? Oh, let me use my fancy fucking nonsense again. Vesica Pisces, there it is. Yeah, it does look like a Venn diagram, but ultimately it's sacred geometry, if you will. And there's the album Slave. Alexander Rodchenko, inspired by that there. That was the early 1920 Russian constructivist literacy call to books in all languages, in all knowledge, in all areas, literacy campaign type vibes. Slave, Rodchenko, look at that. Joe Morris, young Joe, helped me massively with that. I kind of gave him the idea for it. I was like, yeah, I need this to happen. He kind of put it together and then threw it back to me and I kind of distressed it. I'll give him the photo and all that nonsense. But yeah, Soviet vibes. Who gives a shit? Back to vibes. Sylvian did work with John Hassell, correct. I came to John Hassell through Porky's brother put me onto John Hassell, weirdly enough. Well, not weirdly. Mark Brennan put me onto John Hassell because he'd worked with him. Chris, sorry, addressing you there, Skipper. So this is Vesica Pisces. Vesica Pisces means bladder of the fish. As you can see, it also represents the female, the goddess, the vulva. Yeah, that. There it is. It's been all kind of symbolic. Vesica Pisces. I'm a Piscean as well, so I suppose that was a bit of a resonance there. But yeah, Vesica Pisces. Hello, Elizabeth. We're about 6 minutes from termination. 6 minutes to count down. Thanks to everybody for joining in. It's been lovely. I got a little bit choked up a couple of times there, but Chris Cagney, how the fuck are you, man? I got a bit choked up a couple of times because it is a bit heavy. Put a brave face on, Steve. Greg Dully once sang to me, everything's going to be alright. It echoed in my frontal lobe for a long time. Like a ghostly echo. But he's right. Good evening, Mark. I don't know where Randall and Hopcake comes in, but he's definitely involved in this. I don't know where. That's me on the drums because I'm fucking amazing. No, to be honest, it is me on the drums, but quantizing software is amazing. Quantizing software is the saving grace. I wish I could play tight for fucking 10 minutes, man. I can't. Cut and paste, copy and paste. 5 to fucking 11. It's supposed to be an hour's broadcast, this, and it turned into a bit of a shindig, hasn't it, really? At least it ain't cut out this time. I'll be on there 2 hours. What a fucking drag. Guys, still here, man. I'm amazed anybody stays for 10 minutes. I am really. Well, you know, no, not 10 minutes then, but you know, 20. So there you go, Vesica Pisces, and then it's like noodle. Yeah, there's an excess of noodle. Fuck it. So Dandelion Clocks, the last track 10 on СТИВИ. Is acoustic, obviously. It's just two passes. It was like, that'll do. How much can I? Yeah, there was a little bit of choppage. A little bit of choppage occurred, but generally there weren't any retakes. It was a case of kind of moving some things across. Yeah, pastoral vibes. Dozing off's fine, Daz. Dozing off's applauded, man. Dozing off is applauded. Fucking hell, man. We need to kick, mate, anything that gets us out of our fucking panic loops vibes in, innit? Let's get some likes on the go, man. It's poor. I've neglected the likes. Shoddy. Al Martino. I was gonna, yeah, I'll take that. Mario Lanza. My nana like Mario Lanza. Mario. Yeah. Anyway, pub singer type vibes. 34 people are still involved in this. 34 people are interested. Come the witching hour. That's it then, people. It's over. We've got a minute left. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Very, 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 very nice. night off. It is shit like this that'll keep us going, brother. That's why I'm doing it. That's exactly why I'm doing it. No. It's got to be fucking light. Yeah, top vibes to everybody. Go well. Peace be with you and yours. We'll be alright.